Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Folio Society 30th Anniversary edition of Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. This book right here is what started everything. It's what started the franchise, and just thanks to this book, we wouldn't have, a great franchise, a great fandom, a lot of great people here, people like the Gaming Beaver, Clayton Fioriti, and just a lot of other people in this fandom that are great, and just overall, Michael Crichton's work on Jurassic Park was definitely influential for a lot of people. God rest his soul, he passed away in 2008, so yeah, so the work he did on Jurassic Park and The Lost World was great, and honest to God, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be, as far as the franchise goes, it wouldn't be where it is today. It probably wouldn't even exist, but I digress. So, of course, 2020, say what you want, this has been a horrible year for everybody, no matter who you are. 2020 has just been absolutely appalling. I will say this, though. Jurassic Park, the franchise, turns 30 this year. I'm not gonna lie, this is, a pretty terrible year to turn, 30, but I digress. Oh boy, 2020. I can't wait for this mess to be over, but oh my god. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, the Folio Society, I don't know if it's I know it's a company, of course, but I don't know if it's an actual physical store, if it's an online store. But basically, it's from London, and they make different renditions of books. So, because Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park turned 30 this year, they decided to release a 30th Anniversary edition. And what's cool is that they actually included illustrations of various scenes that happen in the book, which, I'll say this right now, this video will contain spoilers, so if you have not read the book, please do so. The full audiobook is on YouTube, so give that a listen while you're working on something or just whatever. It's very long, it's about 13 hours, so just, yeah, it's definitely not a quick read, but yeah, it's definitely something I listened to during high school whenever I was working on anything, particularly in my CAD class, so yeah, definitely give Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park a read, and even the second book too, because they are both phenomenal books, and easily some of my favorite pieces of literature. They are absolutely ingenious. Michael Crichton, he was a genius. Again, God rest his soul, but yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Like I said, there will be spoilers in this video, so yeah. Either way, with that out of the way, let's just get right into this. Before we take a look at the book itself, however, I do want to point out something really cool. So this is supposed to be a leather case to give it that high quality feel, and it definitely does feel high quality. But something I really like is that they try to make this based off of Velociraptor skin, not scientifically accurate raptors, of course, but the Jurassic Park style raptors, because you can see all the scaling and textures and everything. It looks very close to how the original Stan Winston maquettes look, and I love that. That's such it's ridiculous, but it's just so cool, and I absolutely love that. So yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's just take a look at the book itself now. And taking a look at the front cover, automatically, right off the bat, the illustration here is phenomenal. I mean, granted, that raptor looks like it was traced from Jurassic World Evolution, but just all the foliage, the water there, and the raptors themselves, the illustrations here are just phenomenal. And the fence there, and just very well detailed, and I absolutely love this. So yeah. One thing I will say, however, I don't know why they did this, or I sort of know why, but this is probably my biggest issue with this. They gave the raptors feathers. I don't have a problem with feathered dinosaurs, there are people who claim they know something about science, or, act like they do when they clearly don't. People will say, oh, feathers ruin dinosaurs. No, dinosaurs have always had feathers, and we're just now recently discovering them. So, or not recently, but you sort of get what I'm trying to say here. So feathers or not, dinosaurs are dinosaurs, and either way, I don't have a problem with feathers at all. I do have a problem with the fact that the Jurassic Park raptors here have feathers, because even in Michael Crichton's first book, Michael Crichton's book, I cannot speak today. Michael Crichton's first book, they were not described to have feathers on the back of their heads. So, yeah, I think it's very weird that they added feathers, but other than that, you know, the raptors here look great, you know, very spot on, like, especially in coloration, because in, like, the books, like, the ones in captivity, they're, like, sort of yellow, or, like, orange with, like, a red stripes, and we sort of get that here. Not exactly, but we do sort of get that. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the front and back of the book. Just really nice illustrations. Right here, we have Michael Crichton, Jurassic Park, and the Folio Society. So, yeah. Of course, we have some more illustrations here. And I absolutely love this, because, like, you know, the foliage here, everything looks great. But, like, the cracked eggshell here, like, they made that look exactly like a dinosaur skull. I love that, like, little attention to detail. It's great. This is honestly, like, a great version of the book, and I just love this thing. So, yeah. Anyway, the inside of the cover here, we can see, you know, just more lovely illustrations here. Just the foliage, the Welcome to Jurassic Park sign, everything here looks great. And something I find interesting, of course in the movie, when the group, like Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, you know, everyone, their first dinosaurs, like, they saw were the brachiosaurs, but in the book here, it was actually apatosaurs they saw. And, like, differences like that between the book and the movie, I always found really interesting. So, yeah, but again, really nice illustrations here, really, like, foliage, you know, everything is just illustrated very well. But anyway, we have Michael Crichton Jurassic Park right there, illustrated by Vector That Fox. He did a great job here. London, the Folio Society, 2020. So, yeah. And, like I said, there will be spoilers, so heads up there. So if you haven't read the book, read it now, and then come back. So, yeah. Anyway, the first illustration, based on, like, an actual scene, besides, like, the apatosaur one, a really dark scene involving, like, compies eating an infant. Like, Michael Crichton's book was very dark. Like, when I first read this part, I was actually, like, really shocked, because, like, this is something that would never appear in, like, the movies, or anything like that, but, like, it's just really shocking. But, like, yeah, the artwork here is very nicely done. The compies look great. Oh, just a lot of detail. And something I really like, there's, like, a mosquito poster here, which is kind of like a reference to, like, how the mosquitoes are trapped in amber. I really do like that, but, yeah, really nice artwork here. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but, yeah, just really nice artwork here, and I do like it a lot. Next, we have the lab, which, again, like, looks great. All the illustrations, everything here just very nicely detailed, and just, I love it to death. You know, and something to point out, we can see Dr. Grant back here. I can tell it's Dr. Grant, because in the book, he was a barrel-chested man of 40, and he had a great beard like that. And by gray, I mean, like, you know, big, not like, yeah, you get the idea. So, yeah, definitely a lot different from his movie counterpart. So, we can see Dr. Grant right there. That could be Ellie Sattler, but I do remember her being described as having black hair, but I could be wrong. But, yeah, just like all the eggs and just like all the scientists here, and even the charts up top with the Stegosaurus and the Trike, everything just looks great, and again, the illustrations here are incredible. So, yeah. The next illustration, let me get to it, is when they find the Dilophosaurus on the tour. This didn't happen in the movie, but in the book it did. This is where they first encountered the Dilophosaurus. And we can see here that, like, Tim has glasses on. He didn't have glasses in the movie, but in the book he did. Also, Tim was the older sibling between him and Lex. Of course, in the movie, Lex was the older sibling, but in the book she was actually younger than Tim. So, yeah, that's another thing I find. Like, again, like, differences like that between the book and the movie, I always found really interesting, but, yeah. The illustration for the Dilophosaurus looks great. And, again, all the foliage, and even, like, the bits of detailing in the car, as you can see there. Just, the detailing here and, like, the illustrations, it looks great, and I absolutely love it. So, yeah. Anyway, the next illustration. This one is probably my favorite. We have the T-Rex destroying the tour vehicle with Tim and Lex in it. Of course we can't see them, but of course we can see the T-Rex, and this just looks great. I absolutely love this. You know, just a lot of detailing, and just, I don't know what else to say. Just, the illustrations here are just very nice. I absolutely love them. So yeah, all the bits of glass on the, or in the interior of the vehicle, and just, the T-Rex itself just looks incredible, and I can't stress this enough. The artwork here is great. So, yeah. Anyway, next, as far as artwork goes, we have the scene where Tim, Lex, and Alan are inside the aviary. And something that's a little different here, in the novel, they were described as being gray, but here they're like an orangish-brownish color, which it would have been nice if they were gray, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. And again, just really nice illustrations here. The pterodactyluses themselves are, you know, illustrated very nicely. And just the folio, everything here, it just looks great. So, yeah, I absolutely love that. And of course, the last illustration in this book is the raptor in the kitchen scene, except it was one in the book, and they're actually, like, using, like, stakes to, like, lock it in the freezer. So, yeah, again, like, the feathers I find a little weird, but other than that, like, the illustration here looks great. Tim, of course, is using his night vision goggles because, of course, there's no power, so the lights don't work yet. So, yeah, just really nice illustrations, and yeah, I love it. And then we have the same thing as the front with the dinosaur skull as the eggshell here. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this book. Should you get it? Honestly, yes. This book is incredible. It has beautiful illustrations, and just overall, if you love Michael Crichton's book, then you will absolutely love this. This book is a must-have. Very expensive, though. I had to sort of import this from London, so the original retail cost was about $60, which was already expensive, but then there was shipping, which added up to $76. So this is not a cheap book. This is very expensive, but either way, I still think that you should get it. I will link everything, you know, the audiobook. I'll link everything in the description below, so you can have a look at it if you want. So, yeah. Anyway, if you want to know how big it is, here it is with the 20th Anniversary edition of Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. Alright, here it is with the Barnes & Noble exclusive combo pack, I guess, of both Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park and The Lost World. I don't know when that one came out exactly, but it's both books in one, which I love. And, of course, here it is with Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zek out.